Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Wednesday live session, May 10th, and the time is now 2:40. Just about 50 minutes to go for the trade. And Karnataka is witnessing one of its biggest election this time, and I hope all of you who are in Karnataka have participated and exercised your rights, as well as it is not just your rights, it is your duty also to exercise your votes. Let us all be responsible, especially at a very critical juncture. If we miss today, then we may not get another chance for next 5 years. In fact, it is same even in trading. Right at that exact moment, we need to be there in the market. If we miss that exact inflection point, in fact, generally the trend followers trade the trend, and to decipher the trend and enter into a trend, we always have certain data points which we call as decision points or inflection points, and it is so critical that we be there at that moment in that particular stock at that exact inflection point. If we miss that, then we may have to wait for the trend to end, or we may have to look out for some other stocks or indexes. Very similarly, voting also comes not so frequently, comes once a while. This year we have Karnataka elections, and next year we have Lok Sabha election. So it is important at that particular moment we are there, we make up our mind and cast our vote to whichever party which you think is feasible, which you think will act responsibly, which you think will work for the welfare of the people. You can go ahead and vote for them. It's still 2:30, 2:40, time is up to 6 o'clock. So I would urge, if anybody has still not gone for voting, please do so without fail. Coming back to the Nifty analysis, after a blip fall on Friday, Nifty has scaled up for last 2 days and conquered Friday's high also. Third day today, Nifty has failed to make one more new high. So Nifty has made a lower high today, opened at around 18,356. From there on comes down to 18,255, which is lower than yesterday's low. So there is slightly shift in pattern now in Nifty also. Nifty for once fails to create new high and to makes a lower low. Both are important for a trend follower, because the next price action depends on this shifted data points. Two important observations in Nifty today. One, it has made lower highs and it has also made a lower low. From here on, no doubt Nifty also will blink and will enter into the downtrend. So what we had actually observed for last 2 days in Bank Nifty is holding true now for Nifty also. Let us go into the Bank Nifty chart. Bank Nifty also is in an uptrend in spite of seeing a big sell-off on Friday and creating a new unresolved low at 42,630. Bank Nifty tries to scale back along with Nifty, but both the days, though it makes a higher high, it does not take away the Friday's high. Friday's high still remains intact at 43,584 and unconquered. Monday makes a high at 43,450. Tuesday yesterday creates one more new high at 43,514, but still both the days, or I would say yesterday especially, it goes down and closes badly. Today, in continuation with yesterday's fall, it opens at around 43,350 or opens at around 43,342, which is a lower high again, and continuously goes down and makes a new low at 42,849. From the lows of 42,849, it tries to scale back and once again touch the resistance zone of today's high in the morning, that is 43,342, touches and makes a new high at 43,349, and now currently trading at 43,220 levels. Bank Nifty very clearly is not able to nullify the fall of Friday. This is the third day in a row Bank Nifty is making inside candle. Friday's candle of 43,584 to 42,630, and Monday, Tuesday and today Wednesday, also 3 consecutive days Bank Nifty is making inside candle. So that is one of the significant observation which indicates Friday's fall was not just a blip. Friday's fall was not just some kind of a random down movement after a good up move. Friday's fall is significant, and it is very evident in Bank Nifty at least that the fall is not yet negated, and anytime it is consolidating. It looks like, at the high it has started consolidating for 3 days. So after having made a very good pullback from the lows of 38,831 to up to 43,695, this is the longest consolidation that we are seeing, that is 3 days of consolidation. Or even if you take into account Friday's data, then we are into consolidation zone from the highs of 43,695. This is the 4th day of consolidation, and because unresolved sell has happened in Bank Nifty on Friday, 3 days of inside candle signifies very clearly Bank Nifty is weak, and until unless 43,695 is taken out on the daily candles, this market is definitely headed downwards. Just it is waiting for 42,630 to break, probably one of these days, probably tomorrow or day after or anytime soon. Whenever you see 42,630 being taken out, then you can comfortably say the pullback move that has happened is over, and maybe we will be heading more on the downside. That is with respect to Bank Nifty. Nifty is not still so much weak. Nifty, for the first time after so many days, today it has shown a pattern, and that too on an intraday pattern. It has shown as lower high and lower low. So it might take a couple of more days for it to shift and enter into the down zone, but Bank Nifty has been in the downward slope, but it is in the consolidation, and this consolidation, if it breaks on the higher side, please remember this is going to be a sell once again on the higher side also, and if it anyway breaks down Friday's low, it is a very clear sell mode. So you need to just keep these data points in mind. Bank Nifty, even if it starts going higher from here on, it will hit a resistance at 43,695. So on the whole, this is what it is with respect to Bank Nifty chart. Let us quickly go into some of the other banking stocks. We haven't seen HDFC Twins for some time now. Banking, let us straight away go into HDFC chart. This is on the daily chart. You can see here on Friday it makes a low of 2668. From there on, yesterday it has tried to taken out the Friday's high, of 2727, went up to 2732, but failed to stay above that level and it has come down. Today it is making one more inside candle. So HDFC is not in a very big up move from then on. Coming to HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank also made a Friday's candle at the highs of 1662 and the lows of 1612, and after that this is the third day HDFC Bank and Bank Nifty both are in very similar setup. Both are showing significant weakness in the coming days. So the highs to take out and nullify this effect is quite far off. There is HDFC Bank has to cross 1725 in the near term for it to say, like, the fall was a blip one and it is not a very significant fall. We can ignore the data of Friday. It is not so as of now. It is consolidating, and if it comes down, then watch out for 1612 as the point that will make a difference in HDFC Bank futures chart. Let us also see other banking stocks. Axis Bank, let me go back to the intraday chart for all other banking stocks. I had to just see HDFC and HDFC Bank on the daily chart, but coming back to the intraday setup of Axis Bank, makes a high of 894, currently trading at 891. It is in the uptrend, but there is no new buy signals in this stock. Kind of little bit choppy. Wait for new levels to be formed. As of now, Axis Bank trading well on the higher side, but there is no buy call yet. Bajaj Finserv, yesterday's high 1449, today's high 1425, today's low 1398. On the downward slope, no sell signal as yet, but definitely there is no buying anymore in this stock. Bajaj Finance 6690 and 6545. Looks like the fall from 6759 up to today's low of 6545 is over, and from there on the pullback that has happened is a significant one. So watch out for 6690 on the higher side. Probably if the overall market is slightly positive, then there is all the chances for Bajaj Finance once again to cross 6690 and enter into the uptrend. Bandhan Bank, nothing much happening here, trading at 236. Bank of Baroda makes a low at 173 from the highs of 185 or 186. Day before yesterday it saw a high of 186. Yesterday has been in a very clear downtrend, closed at 178 excuse me, 178, again opened lower today, finished the down move, and the pullback is successful. Now it is at 178.1, very close to the breakout level. Short term up move might happen above 178.5, so just keep a tab of Bank of Baroda above 178.5. Canara Bank fell below the sell zone of 295, didn't do anything much. From there on it has very quickly climbed back to 302. Pullback is going on from the highs of 322. Already Canara Bank has seen the lows of 293 today. 302 on Canara Bank as of now. There is not much buy or sell signals happening in Canara Bank. ICICI Bank, watch out for 948 on the higher side, watch out for 933 on the lower side. If 933 is taken out, currently trading at 938, then you might see some more fall in ICICI Bank below 933. Kotak Bank, we all know, like, it is a contrarian mover within the Bank Nifty index. It is, yesterday it made a high of 1974, today 1968, made a low of 1940, now trading at 1958. Not much decipherable out of these price moves, not much price action happening which can signify some levels for us to trade either on the long or on the short side. And you can see significant volume evaporation in this counter, absolutely no volumes at all. So beware of the stocks which are having good price action but no volumes. SBI on an intraday time frame currently in the downtrend, made a low of 565 today, currently trading at 571. The pullback was up to 575, now trading at 571. Few more candles it has to pass, and then probably it might give one buy signal above 576. So just wait and watch for SBI to trade. IndusInd Bank has stayed above the level of 1155, made a high of 1180, currently trading at 1172. So good breakout in IndusInd Bank. Overall, looking at these banking stocks, I have a kind of mixed feeling with respect to Bank Nifty now. Not all banking stocks are weak. Not all banking stocks are weak. Okay, there is a request from one of the viewer asking for please create short video of major support and resistance for intraday traders, Bank Nifty, Nifty as well as Fin Nifty. Upload it in the morning and evening. Well, I understand your concern, but you need to understand my method. Actually, it's a trend following method. Yes, at the open I have certain levels, but during the day my levels take a new format based on the current price action. My levels also change. So probably, like, what happens if I give a certain level. See, my levels are simple. They are not like, any pivot levels or camarilla candles or something like that. My levels are simple highs and lows. So I just keep a tab of 4 days high and 4 days low, and based on that I decipher my resistance and support levels. So anybody can just keep the chart open for 4 to 5 days and see where are the highs and where are the lows, and keep those data points in your mind. That itself is enough to begin with. But the trading is not so simple. It is not like, it cuts 2 days high or 3 days high and you buy, or it cuts 3 days low and you sell. Trading is lot more observation. So we need to know which data point is exactly the breakout level, which data point happens to be the resistance level. So that being the case, it is little difficult for us to give levels early in the morning itself. Before the market open I can give those levels, but during the market, based on the new prices, see, the whole of my system is based on, like, one, past data points and currently the way the market opens on any given day. For example, no matter whatever is the setup as of yesterday, based on some 4 to 5 days of data, maybe I say, like, Bank Nifty is in uptrend or downtrend or whatever the trend for that matter. On any given day, if the market gaps up, in an uptrend, gap up has a certain meaning. In an uptrend, gap down, there are two types of gap downs actually: pullback gap down and trend reversal gap downs. So whenever this kind of a setup happens, markets can open, like, I have done a definition in such a way, markets can on any given day can either open gap up, or it can open in a normal within the range, or it can gap down in two ways. Gap down could be in two ways, which is like, pullback gap or reversal gaps itself. So these definitions, when the market open within these definitions, then the whole setups data points change. In an uptrend, we are in an uptrend, when the market gaps up, then the data point which was valid yesterday high is invalid. In the very first candle, yesterday's high becomes invalid because today we have a new high which becomes significant or not, depends on the previous other setups that we look into it. So anytime when we do any analysis, it is a flowing analysis, it is not a, like, static analysis. So market, when the market opens at 9:15, we come with certain data points and certain thought process in our mind, and when market opens at 9:15, if it gaps up, we have a different view for that same data points. If the market gaps down on that particular day, then we again have a different things to look into. After having gap down in the opening candle itself, if the opening move starts moving higher, then that also is significant, because we are in an uptrend and for whatever reason the index or the stock opens lower, it shows a trend reversal gap and it starts moving higher. We cannot take into account the up move because it is already it has shown a gap down, which is a reversal gap. This is very exactly the thing that has happened in Bank Nifty from Monday onwards. If you see Friday's chart, Friday it closed down in such a low point. It made a low of 42,630 and closed at 42,700. It closed towards the lowest point. After that, for 3 days, it is doing nothing or slightly it is showing upward bias. But this upward bias we cannot take into account because the unfulfilled sell is still waiting there. So after 3-4 days of consolidation, my strong feeling is this gap down that happened, it was not a gap down, it was a very severely down close on Friday. So whenever I once again see 42,630, I will be more confident to sell that level than wonder whether from here on it will take a pullback or not. So here the point is, my system, the way I have devised the system is based on the past data, I have certain data points which can be acting as a support or resistance, but the moment on any given day the market opens with certain other behavior, suddenly market is gapping up or suddenly market is gapping down, I have considered all of these behaviors into my pattern studies and I have devised a very precise rules. In an uptrend, if market opens gap up, then what I should be doing? In an uptrend, if market opens normally, then what I should be doing? If in a gap in a uptrend, if market gaps down or it was only a pullback gap down, then what I should be doing? So all of these things I will not know before the market opens. Only after the market opens I know new data points have come, and based on that new data points my system will actually show different buy or sell levels, and we need to be prepared for that. So if I give any data point before the market opens and I say I said this was a buy level, and on that particular day it gaps down and makes different levels and the buying or selling levels are different, it hits that data point which was happened to be a buy level and it ends up as a sell level, then it becomes a bad thing for the viewers. What I will be giving, the information that I give, when I already know my the same very data points can become a buy data point or a sell data point depending on the current price action. It is very important that we need to keep in mind my system always considers current price action also. Every single candle my system runs through lot of parameters and says the new data points have emerged or the same data points still holds good. For example, today if you see Bank Nifty on the intraday time frame, the first candle was 43,342. The first candle was 43,342, first candle high. After that it came down and then once again it started moving higher. Here in one candle it gave a very big red candle. After that once again it started going higher, and by then we had the sell level at 43,349, means 342. So it just cut 43,342, made a high of 43,349. From there on it is now falling. So this today's level, if I have to consider, then I have to be giving you the inputs during market hours, and my levels, if I give anything before 9 o'clock, that becomes the wrong levels actually. Today if I had told if at yesterday's high, what is yesterday's high, say 43,514 or 43,515, if I had said 43,515 is a breakout level on the higher side, if you see Bank Nifty trading above 43,515, go ahead and buy. But today it didn't come only to that level. So how will a trader do when those levels are not seen only? Not all days the price action will see all the levels that are important. So having said that, it is not feasible, at least in my method, to give support and resistance, and please do not go by the highs and lows alone for your trading activities. So if you want to know more information on how to go about setting up your systems, setting up your trades, then you can always call us and join for the Trading for Living program, wherein we enable you with certain tools and techniques and certain insights which will help you in becoming an independent trader and having a profitable journey in stock markets. So if you are liking the content, do subscribe and share the channel with your fellow traders. And if you have any queries, come back to the live sessions and put your queries in the chat box. We will look into it and we will address them as much as possible. Let us have a profitable day today as well as profitable expiry tomorrow. We will once again meet tomorrow. Until then, Om Swasti.